Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melody.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, coming at you live from Germany. And so much for this NXT TakeOver not living up to previous NXT TakeOvers. So much for that nonsense. Every time tonight that you thought there was something going prototypically, the same way that we see things, the build going forward in the way that we thought they was always going to go, they fucking flipped it on its head, and it is no more apparent than at the end there with that stunning ending, brilliantly booked. This is one of the best booked cards I've seen in a long time. Every match had something special. Every match had a very specific build to it. It was absolutely magnificent what they did tonight. I mean, really, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Shinsuke losing. However, when they do it in a way like that, Bobby Roode punching the fucking knee and the half crab, holy shit. I mean, they took this to a whole nother level tonight, and I am absolutely blown away with how they did this. Now, look, a lot of people thought Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, possibly both could be showing up in the Rumble. Obviously, that's not the case. This is a redemption story going in to WrestleMania. Shinsuke Nakamura, the night before WrestleMania, trying to become the 3-time NXT champion. That is exactly where they are going. Brilliantly booked. I don't mind being wrong about shit when it's done so brilliantly well. This is absolutely brilliant. I mean, every single match. We're going to talk about all the matches tonight and how each one was kind of tailor-made to the participants within the match. It was really fucking magnificent. And then the Seth Rollins thing. We got so much to talk about. And of course, we are going to get to your calls, questions, comments, concerns, hopes, dreams, quips, quotes. Go buy a copious shirt, motherfuckers, because we're here all night taking your calls, getting your responses, getting your reactions to one of the most brilliantly put together cards I've seen in a long time. Fucking wonderful. Let's get into it. Holy shit. Okay. Let's start at the beginning of the night. We already talked a little bit about the main event, but I want to get into it more in depth. Usually I do start a show and I talk about the main event first. However, I want to give that a little bit of time. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Pittsburgh Boy, he's there. So let's go ahead and give him a timeout. Let's go ahead and make Pittsburgh Boy think about his life choices, because I'm sure he's doing something stupid, so he deserves it. So let's go ahead and put him out there. Fake Ass Twats here. So is Joe Martin, AJ Tucker, Carl Gibney, Casey McLaughlin, X Burkay TRX, Guncannon, who made the brand new friggin' graphic, the intro that we saw tonight. Really, really cool stuff. I did cut it a little short because I'm stupid. He did a great job with that. Thank you, Guncannon, Iron Knight Graphics. Shout out. C-Man's here. Fucking Mark Parrish, Gaming Fault. Everybody's here because it was a glorious night, even if it wasn't the night that some of us expected it to be. Let's start with the opening night. Ty Dillinger and Eric Young. Really smart booking of the match, and this is a common thread for the rest of the entire night. It's something that we saw as far as how the match was put together. A little bit shocking how the ending came about. I really expected Ty to finally get a fucking win. You know, it feels like Ty needs to have a victory at some point, and I thought this was going to be it. But instead, Eric Young goes over in a really cool fashion. It was just kind of a nice ending to the match with the skin the cat into that finisher that Young hits. Just really, really cool, man. I did like it. I thought it was a very, very nice ending to the match. I like the beginning of it where they set it up. I'm going to give you one more chance to join Sanity. I love that. Just really smart. Every match seemed to have a tailor-made booking that didn't just go to the build, but into the match, playing into the match with Sanity, with the outside members. It was just really smart put together. Now, a lot of people out there are probably like, why the fuck isn't Ty Dillinger getting a victory? Well, it's real simple. See you in the Rumble tomorrow night, Mr. Dillinger. Perfect 10, I have a feeling, will be number 10 in the Royal Rumble. Just expect that shit, because throughout the rest of the night, we still got 10 chance. He's unbelievably over. This is a guy who doesn't need to win down in NXT to already have a name. He's ready to go up to the main roster, and I am almost 100% sure that we will see him as the number 10 entrant tomorrow night in the Royal Rumble. I am 100% sure of that. So really, really strong opening match. Maybe not the most magnificent in-ring work, but it didn't need to be. It was one of those things where it was a nice opener with a really great finish with two really great wrestlers. It was a common thread of the night. Next match, we went to Roderick Strong and Andrade Cien Almas. You know, whenever Shinsuke Nakamura is on a card, you're expecting strong style to reign supreme. However, this match was strong style. Roderick Strong and Cien Almas tore each other to pieces. I mean, the 50,000 backbreakers. Almas is such a fantastic heel. The selling, the brilliant strategy of how the match was just being played out. Roderick Strong is, I don't care that he looks like a J. Crew model. He is fantastic at what he does. He is so tough, so durable, so creative with his moveset. It's so much fun to watch. This was a fantastically put together match. Just strong as shit. Once again, tailor-made to these two individuals. They decided to go strike heavy and really, really nasty with their stiffness. And that's what we got tonight. Fantastically done. A lot of fun. Strong hitting that sick kick at the end there after the hammerlock DDT. Really, really cool, man. Or countering the hammerlock DDT, I should say. The knees to the face. Everything about it was absolutely sick. Almas really finding his groove, though. Even in defeat, he's really finding his groove. Just how to compete. And I'm telling you, Andrade Cien Almas is going to be an absolute star. He is going to be a star. So is Roderick Strong. I'm worried about what they're going to do at Roderick Strong because he is so vanilla, as great as he is. And he is. He's fantastic. He is fantastic. So vanilla. So vanilla. As far as just his look, not his in-ring style, obviously, anything but his look. There's got to be, I'm hoping they do something right with this guy. I really, really do. We'll see what happens down the line. But I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was unbelievably well put together. Probably match of the night. I think damn close to it. Really, really impressive. Very impressive stuff. I enjoyed it. After that, we see the tag team title match, where I think a lot of people, two matches tonight, people underestimated. The tag team title match and the women's title match. And both of those matches were so brilliantly crafted that even deficiencies within some of the members of the participants didn't matter. Didn't matter. Let's start with this tag team match. DIY and Authors of Pain. The Authors of Pain are still unbelievably green. Still unbelievably green and probably not ready to be tag team champions. That being said, this was by far their best performance, and it was brilliant. Brilliant. The DIY having to hit 4 or 5 strikes just to counter one of the Authors of Pain strikes. The submission stuff that we saw that was not working on Authors of Pain, I believed them as juggernauts tonight. I believed them. Ellering did a fantastic job with his mannerisms and not having to get involved physically. Didn't need to. He was a really great cheerleader, a really great strategy guy out there on the outside. Really smart stuff. I love the screaming out of these guys of the Authors of Pain. I thought that they did a really nice job of selling a lot of things and showing the anger and fury and all of that. DIY, doing the things that DIY does. And if you are not convinced that Tommaso Ciampa is an absolute psychopath, I don't know what will convince you. Ciampa is amazing. And he carried these kids, man. He carried these two very green individuals, and it's completely okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I got to give them credit for showing up. They hit a lot of tag team moves. I like that almost every time that the Authors of Pain come into the ring, they hit a tandem move. I like that. Is it clean all the time? No. But the way that they protected Authors of Pain in the booking was smart. It was absolutely smart. And I think even with the victory and defeating a team that is so loved like DIY is, they did it in a way where Authors of Pain got the correct type of heat tonight. They got the correct type of heat because now they are built to be absolute world beaters in this division. Who's going to take the titles off the Authors of Pain? That's what you feel coming into it. DIY, are they going to be involved at WrestleMania? Is there going to be another tag team coming in? I have no idea, because Authors of Pain, they were dominant at the end. I loved the double submission getting turned into the power bombs, which I don't like all that much, but it looked really good tonight. I not the greatest match in the world, but so properly booked that the execution was almost secondary because it was just smartly put together. I don't even mind the finish. I don't even mind that the Authors of Pain took the titles off of DIY a little bit too soon. Don't even mind it. And something else that this match did, it turned my daughter into a wrestling fan. My daughter, man, who was up with me because she's out here with me, because she's sharing a room with her mom because we have mold problems in another room. Long fucking story. She was out here with me, woke up because we both fell asleep super early today. And she woke up and she started watching this match, and she was just enthralled and just completely into watching these big sons of bitches throw these little guys around. And she got into it, man. And 12 years I've been waiting for my daughter to become a fucking wrestling fan. Holy shit. 12 years and she finally, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Thank you. All right. Hopefully she'll watch more with me. That'd be great. She's a Bailey girl. She wants to watch Bailey tomorrow night at the Royal Rumble, but she's got to go to sleep she's got to go to sleep because she's got school the next day, so she can't watch it live. Ha! After that, we got a nice little surprise. Really, really smart. Talking about smart once again. Seth Rollins coming out of nowhere, taking over TakeOver. Brilliant. Shows us exactly what they need to do. Triple H doesn't need to be in the Rumble tomorrow. Neither does Seth Rollins. We need more of this. We need Seth going after Triple H. Fucking magnificent. Awesome. So well done. So smart. Loved it. Thought it was just really, really cool. Even with what was Triple H expected to do? Of course he was going to do what he did. He went in and he brought his security force. It's exactly what he was supposed to do. Just smart. Just smart. Don't get involved with him then. If he's going to get physical tomorrow. Maybe even afterwards. Fucking awesome. Love it. Love it. Really smart. Going into the women's match, this is the one I was really concerned with. I wasn't concerned with the tag team match as much because DIY is so good. This one I was worried about because fatal four-ways, especially with women, are typically clusterfucks. Absolutely clusterfucks. But this told such a cool story, each individual having their own, or each entity, I should say, having their own characteristic. Nikki Cross being this absolute psychopath from the second she got into the ring. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. I love the hand-holding. I love that they basically held hands the entire match. Finally, a team doesn't turn on each other in a fatal four-way. I loved that Billie Kay tried to help Peyton Royce get the pin during this match. Fucking brilliant, subtle shit, man. Really, really, today magnifique. Loved that. Loved that they went after Miss Nikki Cross as hard as they did. Put her ass through a table on top of the platform. That was really cool. Kind of a weak table crash, but still, that's nitpicking. Very, very fun spot there. Nikki Cross did her job, did the high spots, made people get up and take notice. And then Asuka overcoming the odds of Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Just really, really cool stuff, man. I enjoyed it. Not the crispest, not the most brilliantly wrestled match, but just like the tag team match, unbelievably effective because of how they wrote it, because of how they booked it. They made this match better than it probably should have been because they had a unit work together against a psychopath and a fucking ass kicker. And it just worked. Loved it. Loved that Asuka got the victory in dominant fashion still. I love that even with defying the odds, she still just comes over and just floors everybody. That is what you want to see out of someone like Asuka. And now the question does become, what's next? Ember Moon seems to be the only challenge left, and we got to expect that's coming on WrestleMania weekend. We shall see. This, of course, leads us to the final match of the night. This leads us to the main event. The match where we talked about booking throughout the entire night. This is where the booking shined even smarter, even more brilliantly. Holy shit, was this brilliant. Shinsuke and Bobby, they have such an interesting dynamic. You weren't really sure how they were going to do it. We knew that the entrances were going to be amazing. They kind of scaled them back a little bit. We didn't see the big overproduction from either one that we've seen in the past, but I think that played. I think that worked. And that was also my first tip-off that this was not going to be a one match. This is going to be a series culminating at WrestleMania. That's where I got that from, right from that moment. I thought it was really well done. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I thought it was really cool. Bobby Roode wrestling this match smart. That was a really cool nuance where every time Shinsuke started to get some momentum, Bobby was countering in really clever ways that we don't always see. Thought that was really cool. It seemed like he was a really thinking man guy. Saw a lot of Ric Flair out of Bobby Roode tonight. And I mean that in the highest possible compliment. Unbelievable. Unbelievably well done. And throughout the match and throughout the night, Corey Graves killed commentary tonight. Destroyed Percy fucking Watkins, whatever his name is. God, Percy should not be on fucking commentary. He's awful. But every commentary team needs a black man now. I guess it's just the way that the world that we fucking live in. That's progressiveness for you. And I'm not even saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but at least get somebody talented. And they don't have that in Percy. Percy is awful. His one-liners are worse than Jerry Lawler's, and that's saying something. But Corey Graves really did save it. I thought he did a really good job. We see through as the match continues, with Graves really putting over the competition inside the ring, they really started to evolve how the entire match was going. Shinsuke selling a little bit of an injury there that turned into something greater as the match went on. I was concerned that the injury was legit, but they played off of it so well. The match not being stopped. I thought the match was going to be stopped. I really did. I thought that maybe Shin really did get hurt. But when they showed the replay, it was obvious that it was a worked spot. But still, very, very cool and well done and how that was, taken care of. Just a fantastic finish, too. Bobby Roode really going after the knee as hard as he did, trying to cheat at times. Very smart stuff. And the whole punching of the knee in the half crab. Shin not giving up. Getting hit with two of those glorious DDTs. Takes the loss. Stunning the crowd for the second time tonight. Authors of Pain, even though some people expected them to win because of their size and domination, it was still a little bit of a stunner. But not as big of a stunner as Bobby Roode winning the title. Mainly because if they're going to take the title off of Shinsuke, you would figure it would have done it in a way where it would open him going into the Royal Rumble. Now what they did, see, psychology comes into play. Shin hurt his knee. It hurt his knee, so he's not going to be in the Royal Rumble. Isaiah Ross, Dave, comparing anyone to Ric Flair is a compliment, you douche. No need to preface that. When I'm talking about something specific, you little fucker, yeah, you do. When I'm talking about the mindset of Ric Flair, as far as the brilliance of fucking how to put together a match, yeah, I thought I did need to preface it. So suck a dick, fucking Isaiah Ross. God, man. This kid is just the biggest hating douche I've ever met in my life. I'm going to fucking, you know what? Think about your life choices, Isaiah. There you go. Talk shit. Talk shit now. On timeout, bitch. By the way, you motherfuckers, 102 people in here. Hit that goddamn like button. Hit that like button. Go buy the Kopi's fucking shirt, too. www.thatondavid.spreadshirt.com. Go buy Kopi's shirt. Hit the like button. Donate to the channel if you want to. Make sure you subscribe. All kinds of good stuff. All right. So there you go. That's the entire night. Let's get into the motherfucking calls. I want to hear from you guys on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, the number 702-751-2902, as well as Discord. Get in on Discord as well. 440, you're live with Dead on Dave. First call of the night. What you got?
I think the Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Bobby Roode match wasn't that good as I expected, because the way the match was ended, wasn't like, it doesn't feel right, the way Shinsuke Nakamura lose.
Why?
I think he should have lose like very clean,
No.
I think that would be.
Why would you take the hottest guy that you have and have him lose clean? No.
Because
no,
I think
no.
Listen to my reason.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to destroy you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason I said that is because if he lose clean to the Bobby Roode, I think Bobby Roode will be instant like huge superstar, as a heel top guy,
He's already that. The fact that he tried to cheat, he is already the top heel, and now he solidified that. The punching of the fucking knee like that, the constant attempts at cheating, they were still chanting and singing his song at the end of the night. He is not over enough. What?
But here's
What?
the thing. What? Here's the thing. I know what you're saying, but here's my deal. But that makes look Shinsuke Nakamura really, really weak.
No, losing clean makes him look weak. He tried to fight through a severe-looking knee injury. They pulled down the goddamn knee pad and had Bobby Roode punch his fucking kneecap. What do you know? No, he couldn't have looked stronger. He took 2 of those DDTs. No, sir. I disagree. Couldn't disagree with you more. Now they've also set up and made them look. This match didn't have the best build in the world. I felt there were some problems with the build. Now when they have the rematch at WrestleMania, it's going to be even fucking bigger. WrestleMania weekend, that match is going to be awesome.
Yeah, in WrestleMania they're going to be awesome. I think there's going to be a bigger match than that happened in San Antonio. But
he loses clean. We don't have this. If he loses clean, we don't have that. We don't have it.
I totally respect your point of view, but
I disrespect your point of view. I think it's short-sighted and wrong, sir. I think it's short-sighted and wrong. And you know what else they did and why it was really smart? And to further the point here, they also went ahead and wrote out any possibility of Shinsuke being in the Royal Rumble. I love that. I love that they're not just giving up on 2 guys and taking them out of NXT, because a lot of people were expecting this to be a transition point tonight. They didn't do that. I thought that was really smart. I thought it was brilliant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that was brilliant too. Not
you
putting,
did, no, you didn't. You said it sucked. Get out of here, 440. Now don't come over to my side.
Hold on.
Get out of here. I gotta take other calls. You have a good night. Now you fucking agree with me now. Get out of here, 440. Come on. What? Unbelievable. We're taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, and of course number 702-751-2902. Let's take Harry Hart. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
No, you didn't. You said.
Hey, turn the shit down, dipshit. Turn the shit down.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, right. I'm just calling. I just want to say, tonight it kind of blew me away. I've only seen 2 takeovers this year, but I thought, why not? Everyone's saying it's going to blow away the Rumble. I thought from top to bottom, it was pretty bloody good card. Each match was different. They, as you said, they didn't need all the brilliant wrestling, and I just reckon it really it won everyone's hearts and minds. Definitely the crowd was into it, so I thought it was a top-notch takeover.
Yeah, and a lot of people thought this was going to be the one that kind of fell flat, and I'm really glad that was not the case. I thought it was very, very smart done. There was some great wrestling tonight too, but it wasn't the type of great wrestling that we've seen on other takeovers. But because of the booking, it didn't need to be. It was just perfectly booked.
Yeah, and plus the Seth Rollins part, like that just added so much realism. I loved. I thought that adding real, main roster storylines was just brilliant.
Yeah. It really did make it seem like it was a real thing. It felt, you know what the best thing I could say about it? It felt like it was alive tonight. It felt like it was a living fucking entity, and I love that.
Yeah.
You don't see that all the time.
Yeah. And I thought just everything, all the little things, Triple H, everyone seeing him for the first time, and that was like, wow, he's actually finally seen, Seth Rollins in person, but nah, typical heel work. I thought it was great to get him heat.
Yeah. Well, why give it away? They didn't need to give it away tonight. They can get physical tomorrow or maybe even later.
Yeah.
We know it's coming, so great build.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome.
Harry, what's your rating for tonight, buddy?
I would definitely give it 4.5 stars, 4 to 5. I thought maybe the women's match was a little bit uninteresting and maybe 1 or 2 little things, but top, really good card overall.
4.5 out of what? Out of 5?
4.5 out of 5, of
Oh
course.
wow,
Yes.
okay, all right, big. Yeah, you come in here with your. I'm assuming. I think I hear British. With your
Australian.
Australian. Yeah, God damn it, man! You got the real subtle one too, where you sound more British than Australian. Son of a bitch. That's even better. With your backwards toilet bowl flushing fucking logic, and you go 5 stars out of 10. Come on, man. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take it easy. I'm not mean to all my callers. 480, you're live with Den on Dave. What you got?
Well, that was an unexpected title change now, wasn't it?
A couple of unexpected title changes, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I agree with it. I mean, I was shocked because I was 100% sure it was going to be Ono and Nakamura at Mania weekend.
I did too.
So
I was pretty sure of it as well, man.
Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, I know the rematch is going to happen, and it's going to be good, but I think I would have rather have seen Ono and Nakamura for the title.
I don't think anybody cares about Ono. That's the thing. That's the problem. Who the fuck cares about Cassius Ono? I don't hear anybody going crazy for fucking Chris Hero that much anymore. He's pudgy, he's portly, he's out of shape. I don't think people fucking care. But who they do care about is Bobby fucking Roode. People do care about Bobby Roode, man. That crowd was hot for him tonight. They put him over so big tonight in a brilliantly fucking heel way. It was classic heel work tonight. It was just amazingly well done. Very happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it coming, but I think him winning was the right choice, honestly, and especially the way he did. That was brutal. That finish was absolutely brutal.
I loved it. I'm so glad that if they were going to take the title off of Shin, that they didn't do it in a clean fashion. There's a doubt here now. There's things that Shinsuke can build off of, and maybe we're not going to see him until a couple weeks before WrestleMania. Whatever they want to do, I think that this is just a really smart way of taking care of it. Shin should be protected. Shinsuke Nakamura, his value, the shit that he started doing later in the match too, where he screamed at Bobby Roode and he did his come on and all that, that was awesome. Got the crowd right back into it. Fucking amazingly well done there. I loved it, man. I thought it was just so smart. So you got to protect that. And I think they did that tonight in a really big way. I just keep going back to those punches to the fucking kneecap. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, I agree. But to me, the match that stole the show, and I knew it was going to be the match of the night going into it, was Roddy and CN. That was so awesome.
Let me address something. Stu Akers says, to be fair, he may be pudgy, but Chris Hero can still go. I didn't say he couldn't go. I just say people don't care. People don't care. I think he can still go. I just, can you say that Cassius Ohno right now is more over than Bobby Roode? I don't think he can. I don't think he can. I like Cassius Ohno, and I wanted to see that feud, but I'm way more interested in seeing where Bobby Roode goes as champion than I am than anything else right now. What else you got? What's your rating for tonight?
I'm going to give it a 9. You know what? This might actually be my favorite takeover yet. I loved it. It was great.
In some ways, I agree with you. The wrestling, look, I think you can really talk about some of the, there wasn't the technical wrestling blowing away stuff that we've seen in other takeovers. And I think that's a fair criticism. But I don't think there has been another takeover that was just so well fucking booked. I mean, the finishes, even if you want to question them, you can't say they're wrong. I mean, even with Authors of Pain taking the titles, the way that they've built them, the chapter 1, chapter 2, all of that shit, it seems like the right move. They were better tonight than they've been the entire time they've been in NXT, so that's a positive. DIY still unbelievably over. It was a shocking finish. And then with the whole situation with Shinsuke dropping the title, just a great way to end it. Isaiah Ross, Chris Hero just got back. What does that have to do with anything? People still don't care. People still don't care, Isaiah, you dumb fucker. God, I don't like Isaiah Ross. I want to punch him right in his eyeball. I wish if he was here, if he's over 18, I'd punch him right in the suck hole. I really would. This kid just gives me shit constantly. And he's going to call in and try to be my friend later, too. It's what he does every time. Don't you hate that? Don't you hate that? Oh. Anyway, what else you got for me?
I was saying about Roderick Strong. He is, I agree with you. He has pretty much no personality, but in the ring, he is as good.
It's not his personality, it's his look. Just that look. He looks like a J. Crew fucking model. And I'm not even saying that's necessarily a bad thing. He does have personality, but it's all within the confines of that ring because he is fucking brilliant, man. The things that backbreaker on the top turnbuckle was fucking vicious.
No, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Can you imagine how good of a match him and Nakamura would have? My goodness.
Yeah, that's gonna blow the roof off the joint if that does happen. All right, man. You have yourself a good night. I'm gonna get some other callers.
You too, man. Have a good night.
Good stuff. All right. Good stuff. We are taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA, and of course, the number 702-751-2902. But we are also taking you on Discord as we are right now. Let's get sexy, folks. The one and only Mystic is here. What's going on, Mystic? What'd you think about tonight? You're live with Dead on Dave.
I'm very conflicted, Dave. I'm very conflicted.
Oh, please tell me where the conflict is. I need to hear the conflict. Hit me.
Okay. I will build up to my rant.
No,
because Tell
me where the conflict is. Come on.
The women's match, motherfucker.
Why? Tell me why. I need to know why.
Okay. I was telling this to my friend earlier that all I see, the only thing I see in Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, their only character is being bitches. That's their only character. So I see bitch 1 and bitch 2 going against such a strong competitor like Asuka and such a strong competitor like Nikki. And even in the beginning when they backed the fuck out of the ring, when they cowered up in a little ball and backed the fuck out of the ring, I'm like, okay, great. I was hoping that they would stay there until Nikki and Asuka were weak and actually giving us a great match. And then they would probably try to pull in and do a sucker move and try to pin it for the championship. I saw that happening. I honestly did. But no, they decided to interfere. It would have been
a big mistake to have Nikki and Asuka wrestle a one-on-one match in a fatal 4-way. It would have been absolutely ridiculous to watch that happen. I disagree.
I get that
wholeheartedly.
No, I get that because that undermines the purpose of a fatal 4-way. But I honestly thought that was going to happen. But then they interfered. But the thing is, the reason I'm mad about this, I'm mad is because I thought the buildup between Nikki and Asuka was better than the buildup between Billy and Peyton and Asuka. Because, like I said, bitch 1 and bitch 2 were just doing their bitch character things.
It works. It always works. Bitch 1, bitch 2 together. It works every time that it happens in wrestling when it comes to women. It happens. It works over and over. And I think you're giving a little bit of not enough credit to those two as competitors. They're both very, very good in the ring. Very solid. Very, very solid. And I like both of them. I like what they did tonight. I love the hand holding throughout the entire night. I like the entire situation, how they took out one, then the other. There was a story told, and I like that they didn't turn on each other. If they do what you say and let Nikki and Asuka tear each other apart, then all you're doing is setting up the prototypical every single time turn on each other. Instead, we saw one try to help the other pin the champion. Not Nikki Cross, but that was fucking brilliant. I loved it. I'm sorry, I disagree.
But then again, we see that all the time on Raw. It's basically the female version of Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho.
Oh, no. The only time that they played that card with Jericho and Owens was in the United States Championship match. Other than that, they've teased the breakup so many times between them that it's actually gotten to the point of frustration. I like that there was no tease of a breakup tonight. I love that. I love that they were actually a solid, cohesive unit. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. Here's another little truth about Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross ain't that good. She's good, but she's not that fucking good. She's a high spot type of chick, but she's unbelievably sloppy. And I think and Asuka can be a little reckless herself. So if you have two rather sloppy individuals that are mainly strikers, it may not translate. So what they wanted to do is they wanted to have basically a filler type feud to get to the big money at WrestleMania between Ember Moon and Asuka. And they didn't have to bring in another Mickie James to do that. I think because of the fact that they took these four individuals, made one a team, made one a nut job, and one a badass, and found a way to tell this really cool story with some high spots and just really cool shit throughout. I thought it was just brilliantly done. I'm sorry. I loved it.
I personally think it sucked. I
don't see it. I sucked. I can't get it. I can't get it.
I see taking Nikki all the way to the very convenient table, like doing that I know it's nitpicking on technicalities, but doing that ever so soft break to the and making her seem like she passed the fuck out. Like, I'm sorry, that sucked. And then Asuka just being like
soft. It was just she hit the table kind of awkwardly. I mean, it was a delayed suplex into a fucking throw through the table. The table just broke weakly. I don't think it was all that soft of a throw. It just sometimes that's just how it fucking happens. I don't
know. To me, it looked soft, and then Asuka over in the corner be like, "Okay, y'all go throw her over to the announce table. I'm just gonna chill here until you get back."
Neck breaker off the apron. They put a twisting neck breaker onto the ground off the apron. What? No, Mystic, I love you too much for this. No, no.
I just felt like it could have been better. That's all I'm going to say. I felt like it could have been way better.
For these four, I don't think they could have done better. For these four. Now, if you want to talk about maybe they shouldn't have been together, I'm all on board with that. But for the four that they had in the build that they did, I think this was the best possible outcome.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Overall, what's your rating for tonight?
Overall, see, you're only letting me talk about one thing.
Yeah, I got a lot of people calling in tonight, Doll. I'm sorry, man. You wanted to rant. I let you rant, but I mean, I got a lot of calls.
All right. All I'm going to say is the Strong versus Almas match was beautiful.
I think we all agree on that. Violently beautiful. It was a beautiful display of violence.
That was a great match. Oh my God. But overall, I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah, I'm a little higher. I thought 7 to me is kind of an average takeover. I thought this was a fantastic takeover. So, just my opinion. Mystic, I appreciate you as always, even though I disagree with you. That's okay, though. That's what we do here. See, we hug, we kiss, and we say goodbye. Talk to you later, Mystic.
All right, see you tomorrow.
All right, let's take another caller. Let's stick in Discord for another call. C-Man, you're live and dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, homeboy? How you doing, man?
What's up, Homecoming Kang?
Did we watch the same takeover? Because I honestly didn't think it was that great.
I defend your point. Go ahead. I want to hear why.
Honestly, the most eventful thing that happened besides the title change would have been Seth Rollins showing up. And that's a main roster feud, so that kind of doesn't do any favors for NXT.
It made a beautiful fucking realism to the entire night. I mean, who's in charge of NXT? Triple H. So it makes all the sense in the world for Seth. It benefited did you not hear the reaction? It benefited the fucking show.
I don't mean
they came unglued for it. It benefited everybody. It sets up tomorrow night. It sets up WrestleMania. It was brilliant.
Yes, it was. It wasn't brilliant for what's going down with NXT in the next coming weeks, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Why it was a 3-minute segment? Why did it need to be? It didn't take away from anything. It didn't take away from NXT. It fucking put a
but
I don't understand the criticism. I don't get the criticism.
It was one of the most eventful. I think there's only 2 truly eventful things that happened tonight, being the title change and Seth Rollins showing up. And the fact that the feud between Rollins and Triple H is going to be a main roster feud for Mania, what does that say about the overall takeover?
It doesn't need to say anything about takeover. It's an add-on. It's a rider. It's a fucking non-match segment that has nothing to do with takeover. It doesn't say anything. It says Triple H is in charge. Seth Rollins is hunting his ass. It's called selling tomorrow night as well as tonight. It gave fucking a great crowd moment as well as built towards the future. That's just smart fucking business. And as far as I'm going to continue on here and beat you up some more, because beyond the title matches, every match had moments that were. You look to the ending of the Eric Young fucking Ty Dillinger match, and you don't think the skin the cat into that fucking sick ass finishing move wasn't a cool finish? I'm sorry, I disagree with you. Fucking Roderick Strong and Almas, that's one of the best strong style matches I've seen in a long fucking time. DIY and fucking DIY and the Authors of Pain blew me away as far as what my expectations were to what they actually did. Really smart way that they build that match. The women They did the absolute best thing they could have done with the 4 people that they had, and that fucking main event was glorious. Sorry.
Wow, that was really fucking cheesy.
I beat your asshole in, dude. What I did was
I don't see how.
I turned you upside down. Your butthole is so wide right now that, I mean, there's going to be donkey rides at the bottom. It's Grand Canyon big. Go ahead. Debate back. Argue one of my points. Just pick one and try to argue. Go ahead.
Ty Dillinger shouldn't have lost there.
Why?
That's.
Let me ask you this: if Ty Dillinger wins, where next? Where does Ty Dillinger go next?
Okay, but what happens if he doesn't show up in the Royal Rumble tomorrow?
Would you like to bet me money that Ty Dillinger will not only show up in the Rumble, but he will be number 10? You want to bet me? You don't want to bet me.
Bet
you know you don't want to bet
all 3
me.
dimes that I have. So
you know you don't want to bet me.
But I'll bet you right now. I watch him not show up tomorrow.
Bet me. What's the bet? I want fucking humiliation. I don't want your money. I want humiliation. That's what I want. So what's the bet? I want to know what's the bet.
The bet. Okay.
Put something up.
All right. Well, if I'm right, then you have to admit that I'm much smarter than you, and I stuttered on that. Much more copious. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Terrible time to stutter, but
Right.
You have to admit that I am much more copious than you. And since you kicked me off co-hosting that one night, you have to let me co-host a show.
Okay. If he shows up, you have to come on the show tomorrow night and admit that you are my butt boy. That I stretched your asshole out so much that it's a black hole at this point. You've got to fucking pledge eternal fucking servitude to the one and only Copious King. And you give up your right to ever co-host again.
Oh, that ending tagline. I don't know about that one. I agree to everything but that ending.
Oh no.
No, what happens if, like, in a year down the road you wanna start like a special Sunday night program where it's just you and me taking rap battles with people? Like,
no,
we won't be able to do that.
You can never rap on the show again either. Your rapping days are done.
Oh,
that would be another thing.
Okay, now that's like 3 different things to my like overall one idea.
Because I can't believe that you're gonna try and if you don't think Ty Dillinger's gonna show up, man, come on, man.
What if he does? I'm not saying that I think
you're
show
betting
up.
me. You're so confident that you're betting me. What are you talking about? You can't make a bet and go, well, I don't really think I think he'll show up, but I'm going to bet you anyway. That's not how things work. That's not.
People do it all the time. I guarantee there's been people that have come into like multiple thousands of dollars betting on something that they truly didn't believe in.
No, that is true. But when it's for fucking pride, usually they don't do that. When you're trying to tell somebody else that they're wrong, you don't go, well, I'm going to bet against you just because what is that? That's you playing it safe going, well, even if I'm wrong, I still said it could happen. So I'm not wrong anyway. Go fuck yourself. Commit, motherfucker. Commit to your point. Come on.
Dave, I call in to rap battle you. Do I look like someone with a shit ton of pride?
That's a good point. I'm a fat guy who wears bunny hats and scarves and shit. Do I look like I have a lot of pride either?
Well, I mean,
yeah,
kind of.
Yeah. Well, thank you for.
I've seen you heated up over some shit multiple times.
Sometimes, but it's mostly for show.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I
retract my statement.
All right, man. Enjoy Ty Dillinger at number 10 tomorrow night.
Not gonna happen.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Yep, see you, man.
Let's go back to Skype. Let's take another call. 773. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Turn down my fucking shit, stupid. Turn it down. Oh, God, you fucked it up. Come on, guy. You're going to call in. Turn down the fucking radio. Jesus. Can you believe these people, Alicia? Can you believe that they're so bad? They're bad. Unbelievable. All right, let's try this again. 773. I'm still in the background. You're not calling in again. You've just been banned. Congratulations. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Tried it twice. What a dumbass. Edgar Sierra, you're live with Dead on Dave. See, when you call in, you don't have your shit in the background. let alone twice, because guess what? You understand that you're calling into a show. Holy fucking God. Edgar, what do you got for me, buddy?
Hey, Vancouver.
Oh, come on.
Your time has come.
Oh, Christ. What? Why? Why are we doing this? Why? What is this?
I was actually crank calling you, but I wanted
But
to
your
say,
name comes on the screen. How can you prank call
I
me?
I was hoping this would work out a little bit better than it did, but
your
I did
icon is
to be
Gizmo.
To be fair, I did call in as God once, so
You did, and that was awesome.
That was
awesome.
Take that what you will.
Yes, this one wasn't as well. You sounded like you were trying out to take what's his name spot from Inspector Gadget. Holy shit! Now
Dr. Claw.
Dr. Claw, good job. Look at that shit. Now you just earned respect, son.
I'm not a degenerate. I know my media.
Good for you. What do you got for me, man?
I mean, I just think with all this, fucking feuds and everything, it's just where's the clarity, Because I feel like sometimes they feel like I feel like they're gonna go into one storyline, but then all of a sudden it just feels like they just pull out of the feuds sometimes,
You
do you think it's the writer? Where do you think the issues are? Do you think that's a writing department issue, or do you think that's
There's no issue. I don't see an issue. Give me an example of what they did, because I thought everything was pretty goddamn cohesive tonight. But give me an example.
I mean, not tonight. Not tonight.
No, but
I
we're
mean,
talking
in the
about
main
tonight, dipshit. No, we're talking about tonight. Well, you can't just, after seeing an amazing show like that tonight, you're going to come in and be like, why is everything else fucked up? What? No.
No, but why is NXT always consistently the greatest show compared to the other two?
Because it's a small time operation. There's a lot less stakes. There's a lot less that they have to do. It's smaller venues. It's a completely different situation. It's not on primetime television. It's just a different thing. It's a different situation. They can take more chances. They can do things like they do tonight and execute in a fantastic manner that maybe they just don't feel that they can do on the main roster. Why? Because when they bring some of these guys up, what happens? They fucking fail. The gimmicks don't work. They don't translate. People don't fucking grasp to them in the same way. So I don't know. It's not that's such a difficult question, and it's certainly not the question to be asking after a fantastic show, dickhead.
I blame the goddamn normies.
I'm gonna blame you. You're over the top rope. Goodbye, Edgar.
Over the top. I know.
Jesus. My God. I'm not taking unknown phone callers. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting my shit fucked with. Let's bring in the man who did my amazing opening graphic tonight. He went ahead and revamped some stuff, kept Real Talk Metaphor Messiah's Morning Light in the intro, because come on, man, how amazing is that? And he added a little bit of color and movement and wondrousness. It's the one and only Guncannon. You're live with Dead on Dave. Oh, what you got?
One could almost say that intro is a little bit more glorious.
I think it was glorious. I believe it was. I believe it was.
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
This was a good show.
Yeah.
This was a very good show. The Cien Strong match was fantastic. That was fan-freaking-tastic. I have to give the move of the night, though, to Tommaso Ciampa, just German suplexing each of those guys.
Yeah, that was
one
awesome.
after the other.
That was awesome.
That, to me, was, if anything, move of the night over everything. The fact that that guy, that size, just threw them over his head.
It was cool. It was very cool.
Absolutely. But that was great. The Nakamura Rude match, my God. Like,
that
as soon as
it was such a good build, because they only had like 15 minutes left on the show, and then they went 20 minutes longer, and they really did do a lot of great stuff in that match. It was a slow built match, and then towards the end, when Shinsuke really got going, it was incredibly well done. And then I just can't stop thinking about the punching of the kneecap. I love it.
Yes. He sold it. As soon as Nakamura went down, he sold his knee.
Hold on. I've got to call an idiot again. Isaiah Ross, makes sense, Dave. That's why college sport is always better than the pros. For one, that's not necessarily a fucking case. College sports is not. That's subjective as fuck. I hate college sports. Okay, hate them because there's fucking so much big team beating up little team that it's not even fucking fun to watch most of the time. Second, college sport is not the same, especially in the big conferences like NXT as far as a small scale. There are fucking college stadiums that dwarf dwarf NFL fucking stadiums. And on top of that, you kind of furthered my point even better, because think of all the thousands of college players there are in football and basketball, and how many don't make it to the pros. It's a talent thing. They can't translate to the main show, just like some of the NXT guys can't translate to the main roster. Thank you for proving my point, you fucking shit stain. Take a time out to think about your life choices. God, I do like Isaiah Ross. I just want to punch him. I want to punch him right in his butthole. Yes, that's what I want to do. I'm sick.
He's that tolerable kid that, you like to have around now and then, but when he says something stupid, you just want to push him in the traffic.
I don't think he's tolerable. I think he's intolerable. I really do. I really do. What else you got for me, Gun?
The opening match with Young and Dillinger. Yeah, Dillinger did not need to win that, and I think he's going to come off very well in the Rumble tomorrow. If the fact that they went and panned to Samoa Joe in street clothes, sitting in the stands, does not say that he's either in the Rumble tomorrow or he's not going up, I don't know what the hell else to say. That's and I had an interesting thought passing through my head when Rollins showed up and he's out in the crowd. What if there's going to be some sort of play between Rollins and him?
Rollins and who?
Rollins and Joe.
No. Well, I mean, they could go that route. Joe, I have a feeling Joe's not going to be in the Rumble. I got a feeling Joe's going to cost John Cena. Nick Aswell is going on a rant in the chat because he never knows what the fuck he's talking about, like ever. But
no,
he says, here's my rant. Why have Joe there just to ruin that he's in San Antonio? If anybody didn't think he was in San Antonio, you're fucking... Obviously, you had a fucking lobotomy. 2, sometimes promotion isn't the worst fucking thing in the world. 3, I think it also kind of adds to the fact that maybe we're not going to see him in the Rumble, and maybe we're going to see him in another fucking avenue, hopefully costing John Cena his title shot. Next thing, Bobby Roode looked weak as hell. I don't know what match you were fucking watching. Didn't look weak as fuck. It's hard to look weak against a guy like Shinsuke Nakamura when he does the type of punishment and you still fucking win. You find a way. It's pretty fucking smart if you ask me. And 3, Asuka retained and killed the entire division. The division was weak anyway. That's why they had to fucking have a 4 fucking woman match. Considering what they had, wasn't a bad fucking way to go. And now they've cleared the way for Ember Moon and Asuka at WrestleMania. Not dumb. Nick Aswell is just Nick is asshole. He's Nick asshole from now on. Jesus Christ. What else you got, Gun? I'm sorry. These people.
Well, to kind of go off. Oh no, it's fine because I've got to chime in on the last one. Asuka retained and killed the entire division. Yeah, the division is weak, and it's gonna be weak unless you start doing some of the things that they did tonight, like putting Cross through that table, shows that they're starting to kind of pick up their game. And honestly, I don't. Her winning the title is fine. It's going to be something bigger the night before WrestleMania, but I don't think this is the last we're going to see a Cross.
Oh no,
especially with how they ended that with
think about it.
Them panning back and forth between
who put her through the table? Who put her through the table?
Royce
and Billy Kay. Yeah. So now Nikki's got somewhere to channel her anger, doesn't she? Oh, yes, she does. So now they've built a feud that they can go ahead and put some great shit together with those 3. That should be a lot of fun. And maybe another female member of Sanity. We know that there's a couple crazy women left out there that have recently been signed. There could be another addition to Sanity and for a woman type partner for Miss Cross. That's a possibility. So lots of cool stuff that could be happening there, and that builds the division further on. I'm sorry, I don't see the weakness in that, but it is what it is. What else you got for me, Gun?
There was none. Yeah, there was none.
For what it was done as well as it could have been done.
Yeah. Absolutely. And just, I'm still kind of I'm still really enjoying that tag match. I'm not sure why, but that tag match was it was really good. Ciampa and Gargano came out and did exactly what they normally do, which is bust their ass in a match. And the Authors of Pain were just good.
They were the best they've been.
Good.
They were the best they've been. They weren't as sloppy as we've seen them. They look like monsters, man. Them screaming back at Ciampa when Ciampa was just railing on him was fucking great. I loved it. I thought it was just really well done. Ellering did a great job. I loved it, man.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But overall, I mean, I'm giving the night. I'm gonna give the night 9 9 punches to the knee out of 10.
I like that because that's all I can think about. The night for me, it's the one thing I can't. This is why Nick makes no fucking sense. If the one thing that keeps popping in my head, and I keep seeing it on Twitter as well, is Bobby Roode being vicious and just fucking on that knee. I'm sorry, that's not a weakness. JB Marshall says, Dave, do you think the Nakamura loss was to get him into the main roster with Rumble, or is he going to live up to the knee injury and be out of commission for a while? If he loses clean, everybody expects him to be in the Rumble tomorrow. The fact that he lost with an injury kind of writes him out of the. I think it's a big mistake if he shows up in the Rumble now. There's no reason to. He lost in a very controversial fashion. For one, the match was fire. People loved it, and just imagine what they're going to do the night before WrestleMania with some time to build. I don't think you bring him up now. I think that especially because there really is no one else to take the spot of these guys yet. Yes, Cassie Sono is coming in. There are people who are excited about Chris Hero, but he's not the guy who's going to take over NXT at this point. You let Shinsuke and Bobby Roode finish where they started. And the fact is, we both saw them both for the first time in Dallas. Bobby Roode in the crowd and Shinsuke Nakamura debuting against Sami Zayn. Let them finish there. I think it's a great way to finish up that story.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got anything else? I'm going to get some other callers.
No, that's all, man. That's all.
All right, man. You have yourself a good night. Thanks. And great work on the opening graphic.
No problem.
Take it easy. Let's go ahead and bring in the man that you'll never quite understand, but you love his voice so much that it simply doesn't matter. The one and only Will frickin' Dillon. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What a glorious takeover, dude.
It was a glorious night, wasn't it?
Yep. The only thing I've got to say before I start, Dave, there's 102 people watching and there's only 61 likes.
I know. What type of scummy shit is that? I'm not asking for money. I mean, you can donate right in the description box, by the way, and you can buy this awesome Copious shirt and other shirts over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. But if you're getting any semblance of entertainment at all you got to do is lick your finger and hit that like button. That's all you got to do. It's not a lot to ask. Don't be so.
Smack
why
that glorious like
a
button.
Douche? Okay. Will, what do you got for me, buddy?
I thought it was brilliant, dude. I loved the ending of that Nakamura Roode match. I loved how the story, and I was reading the comments there, that half crab. Like me and you, dude, and like even what Gunn was saying, like we're story type guys as well.
Yeah.
And have him in that hold and punching the knee to settle back in, like he's got the injury, let's just lay it home. I'm the top heel here. Was just absolutely amazing. Loved it. Absolutely loved it, dude. Every other match I really enjoyed. The tag team match was a shock. I didn't see DIY dropping the belts, but it was a good call.
It was. I like that there was a lot of things that were not predictable tonight, and I always like that. Look, you've heard me say this before. I don't think predictability is a death knell for wrestling, but when you can go unpredictable and still have it as a real meaningful moment, it's even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, the only one I think is still. It's just I understand more where you're coming from. Like say the only 4 women. They did the best what they could have done with that fatal 4-way to set up Ember Moon. I'd love to have seen Nikki Cross done more just because she's Scottish. But like you said, you're setting up a different path for her.
I like Nikki Cross. Don't get me wrong. I do like Nikki Cross. Yeah. But she is that chaos. She did what she needed to do tonight. She went through a table. She took a hell of a dive off the top rope. She did some crazy shit, and that's what she needed to do tonight. I think that there wasn't much more that she could have done in this situation. Fatal 4-ways with women are hard, man. They're hard to do, especially when there's only so much of a carrying going into the match to begin with. I'm sorry.
Because the two Aussie girls, I know people were saying Lakefield, but they reminded me of like the Beautiful People. And that's what was like sticking out in my mind. But like you said, the more you go back to it, when you think the amount of talent from the women's side of NXT went to the main roster, they've got to build them back up. Asuka's a different case. She is main roster. But no, dude, it's a 9 out of 10 for me. I love the show. Absolutely loved it.
I did too. Triple H in a conference call earlier this week said he was very disappointed with where NXT is right now because they've lost so much talent. And the fact is there's just not enough to replace the Finn Balor's, the Sami Zayn's, the Nevilles, the Kevin Owenses, all of these guys, and so many more. Even the tag teams that have not worked on the main roster that have left, like the Ascension, it's left a void. It's left a void. Yeah. American Alpha. You're telling me American Alpha, who's not even having a fucking tag team match tomorrow night at Royal Rumble, couldn't still be on NXT right now? You're telling me Apollo Crews couldn't still be in NXT right now? No, I just don't get that. So I understand why there's frustration coming out of Triple H, but all things considered, tonight's a win. Tonight's a fucking win, man.
Tomorrow night, the Rumble's got to try and blow this out the water again.
Yeah.
They've got to try. I think we're all in agreement. I think the match we're all looking forward to is the Cena AJ, and let's just see what happens in the Rumble.
I'm not worried about it. Whatever's going to happen, this is about NXT tonight. Whatever's going to happen tomorrow night is going to be that. So it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. But no, definitely a 9 out of 10 for me for the takeover. Loved it, dude.
What's your rating for tonight?
9 out of 10. I'll just you want me to go for a perfect 10.
I can't go perfect 10 as much as I want to. It's hard for me to do that, but it was a really, really great night. I agree. Will, thanks for your call, buddy.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you,
no problem, man. Make sure you check out Will Dillon Rodimus8 on Twitter. He made this amazing video for Morning Light by Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. It's on the channel. Go check it out. Really well done. Just a great dude as well. We're taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, number 702-751-2902. Want to hear you guys' thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, everything that you got about tonight. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, we will continue to take your calls live on the Skypes. Haven't talked about, or on Discord as well. Haven't talked about it yet, but we are, as now is going to be the case, playing under instant regret rules for 6.4 million Scoville unit chocolate. There are 3 of those chocolates in this pile of 8 chocolates. That means there are 5 regular chocolates and 3 6.4 million Scoville unit chocolates in this little pile here. Okay? If we get to $100 in any given show at any time, you get to pick a number, whoever gives the donation, or the last donation, whatever, or I'll go to the chat, pick a number, and I will eat that chocolate. Pop and lock, man. Just going to fucking grip it and rip it. Whatever happens, happens, all right? Little Russian roulette for mouth and ass pain. Let's take another caller. Longtime friend. Haven't heard from him in a really, really long time. It's always good to see when people who have been a part of the channel for a long time are not dead. It's Michael Mendoza. Holy shit, he's alive. What's going on? You're live on Dave.
Hey, what's going on, Dave, man? It has been a long time, man.
It has. It's okay. I don't take it personally. It happens. What's up?
Well, I'm still watching.
No, you don't. You hate me. I've seen it. I've seen it. You hate me.
Fuck off.
What's up, Doza? What you got for me, buddy?
Yeah, man. No, tonight, first of all, tonight was fucking great. I mean, I've seen a lot of negative shit from tonight, which I don't understand it, but I guess I could understand it a little bit. Maybe there wasn't enough good build. The feuds weren't that exciting.
On Twitter, I'm not seeing negativity on Twitter. I'm seeing a little bit in this chat. But on Twitter, I'm not seeing that at all.
Yeah, I mean, the one word that stands out to me for tonight is refreshing, as far as booking goes, because we're so used to the same fucking, like, we get so brainwashed into the same WWE main roster booking. We're like, okay, well, Nakamura has a champion. He's going to be champion till WrestleMania. Right. Then he might drop it, blah, blah, blah. But no, they throw a fucking swerve at us.
Major
just like they did with Joe.
Yeah.
And I got to appreciate that, man. Even though it fucking hurt me to see him lose, especially in that fashion. Like,
I know it hurt me. Again. You know it hurt me. I was like, no. But it was well done. It was well done.
Yeah. Exactly, because like it was well done to the fact that when Nakamura was selling his knee and Rude, usually if you knew it was bullshit, Rude would have been attacking him, and you're like, okay, well,
hold on, I got to call out a bitch real quick. I'm sorry, Nick Aswell, Dave. I may not call in again, brother. You rip on me, but don't let me defend myself. For one, you're not fucking entitled to defend shit. 2, I haven't seen you fucking call in. I haven't seen your name pop up. If you have a number, it's not my fault that I take other calls in front of that number. 3, once again, you're not entitled to shit here. We had a donation, but it's already gone. Let me go check that donation. I apologize for missing that. But Jesus, I hate fucking whiny bitches. I have no problems fucking going back and forth with anybody. I'll let you have your turn. I told you where to go. I haven't seen you on Discord, motherfucker. I don't see the goddamn reason you didn't take my call and you ripped me. Yeah, because I disagree with your opinion. And just like you disagree with mine, I have a show that people watch. So guess what? I have a platform. Go get one. Shut the fuck up. Keep trying to call in, you big baby. You big baby. Ugh. Yeah, Dave's mean. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of these meanie fucking little whiny snowflakes. Jesus Christ. JB donated $2.50. Let's kick it off. Thank you for your donation, JB. Holy shit. Fuck it. I'll never call it because you ripped on me. Yes, I did. And I'll rip on you again. I'll rip on you again and again and again and again.
I see nothing has changed, man. Every time I see the call.
Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
It's usually one or two guys in your chat that you just like blame.
I got great callers. I got some of the best fans. I think I got some of the best chats. I got the best Discord. I got amazing people that aren't fucking shits. And then I got 45 fucking just people that make me want to fucking chop off a finger every night. If I actually gave in and chopped off the fingers I wanted to chop off, I'd have no more fingers. They drive me nuts. All right, now I'm wearing a bunny hat. Okay, there we go. Now I feel better. I'm in fluffiness. I'm in fluffiness. What do you got for me, man? I'm sorry, Doza. I apologize. This is your time.
No.
Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this, and I just stole yours to yell at an asshole, and I'm sorry.
Nah, I forgive you, Dave.
I forgive. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
No, but yeah, the CN Almas match was fucking. See, I believe like with those matches, like with Roderick and CN, like it was a great match, man. But nobody gave a shit, right? Like there was nothing. There was no stakes
to get into it. I mean,
I'm saying like,
love it.
I could see why somebody may not like it because there's no stakes, there's nothing on the line. It wasn't a great feud, like it wasn't something built up for a long period of time. So I could understand that, but.
I guess it could have been a number one contenders match. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, what happened? I lost Doza. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get him back here.
Yep.
All right, sorry, I don't know what happened, but I guess it could have been a number one contenders match.
You hung up on me, Dave. You hung up on me, bro.
I did not hang up on you. I swear to God, no.
Yeah, just because I don't call in that often, man. You know, don't take it personally. You know,
you're right.
You're right. If you don't want to talk to me, just tell me to fuck off.
That's what it is. I totally got me completely. Nick Aswell comes back in chat. Stop whining. Just want to retort. No, you don't. You're one of the worst fucking. Nick Aswell, congratulations. Go take a fucking timeout. Just tell me to stop whining. Are you fucking serious? You call in and try to troll me constantly. Get the fuck out of here, Nick Aswell. Me stop whining. I'm gonna stop calling in because you're mean to me. Go away. Go find somebody else that'll cater to you. Go call in to somebody else, someone bigger, someone nicer, whatever. Because guess what? You're not welcome. You're not welcome here no more. Dead on Dave bans you. He strickens you from the land of copiousness. The copious kingdom no longer wants to hear you fucking whine. Here's what I need you to do. Before you ever call back in, before I ever take a call, you need to make a video of getting an air blower and just blowing out all that sand right out of your vagina. I want it all blown out. Get that clitty litter out of there because you got clitoritis. That's the problem with you, Nick Aswell. Clitoritis for you, vaginitis, go blow it out. You'll feel better in the morning. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. All right. Once again, I'm sorry, Mendoza, but he's an asshole. What else you got?
No, I was just, trying to see where people are, because I'm seeing in your chat, but I'm also seeing it like in other places. A couple of friends have said, yeah, tonight was okay. And I was like, what? Like, okay, I don't know, man. Like, I can't get on that board with you, like that train with you, man. That booking is just, yeah, man. But the match was great. Like I said, Ty was. It sucks to see him lose again, but it's what else? It's what else? He's got to move up. So
see you tomorrow in the Rumble, baby.
And it'll be awesome to see him at the Rumble.
At number 10. At number 10.
The only down thing for me, I gotta say, it's probably the women's match. But it wasn't a knock to them because I think they did the best with what they had. Yeah. And the match, they at least tried something. I think they knew that the match wasn't as, maybe the women in it wasn't as spectacular have they previously been. And so they decided to do a table spot, which was, I appreciate that. They're trying to do something.
Yeah, they had to get some high spots in there and it worked. Fatal 4-way, you might as well go for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like I said, that was the only low part of the night for me to some extent, but I still enjoyed myself. The wrestling was fantastic. The booking was awesome. Yeah. And it was just a great show. So, just another solid show for me, for NXT, man, for sure.
Yeah. Anything else, Mr. Doza?
Just real quick before you throw me out of here.
Yes, sir.
That show, I caught your show with Andre. It was fucking great, man. Like, I just didn't realize you were doing shows with Andre, and you guys are
awesome,
fucking,
man. He brought me in
fucking fantastic, man. You guys are. I could listen to you guys for hours. Just to throw that in there.
I'm so fortunate to be working with Andre Corbeil, not only here on my channel, but also on Vince Russo's The Brand and his YouTube channel. I think it's awesome. I love working with Andre. I think he's the best in the business. He's amazing. So,
yeah,
it's really incredible.
Awesome, man. And I'll definitely try to call in a little bit more often if I get a chance. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow the Rumble. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to AJ and Cena in the Rumble. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Dozy, have yourself a good night, buddy.
You too, man. Take it.
Good stuff. Love to hear from Michael Mendoza. Always good to hear from him. Should I take an unknown phone caller? This never works out well. All right. Oh, I hate taking unknown phone callers. It's never a good thing. Unknown phone number. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Well, it's Nick. I didn't know I was unknown.
All right, you little bitch. What do you want? All right,
I didn't know I was unknown. That's why you weren't answering. I didn't know I was unknown.
I said I was not answering unknown phone numbers. It's not my fault that you don't know what the fuck you're doing. What do you want, you crybaby? Come on. What do you got?
I said, okay. Well, I said I'm not whining, not for you to stop whining. If you go back, it says not whining.
You're whining.
Okay, a little bit.
You're whining. Big whining. Why don't you say gore a couple of times? Come on. What do you got?
I'm actually done with that.
All right, what do you got?
Come on.
Stop stumbling over yourself. And what do you got? Come on.
Man, my thing with the world title match, with the NXT Championship, my whole concern with it is it in a way does make Bobby look weak.
How does it make him look weak? He punched a man's fucking knee to death. And I'm sorry, when you're fighting, hold on. When you're fighting a guy named the King of Strong Style, unless you just know nothing about Shinsuke Nakamura, everybody's weak to Shinsuke. Bobby Roode is a heel. He wrestled. Did you not see the entire match that he wrestled? He took every advantage, every shortcut, every smart fucking tactic that he could. That is his character. He looked unbelievably strong by taking advantage and smart, and he looked great at the end. I just don't see the weakness. Makes no sense. Please continue.
The Kinshasa knocked his ass out.
Like it does to everybody. Magically it broke Samoa Joe's jaw. It's the same move that broke Joe's jaw.
I'm going somewhere with this.
Please.
The Kinshasa knocked him out, but then magically that's where they do the whole shenanery where Shinsuke's hurt, and then he gets back in.
Wait. Actually, I gotta correct you. They set it up 3 moves before. Actually, so no, that's not correct. They set it up 3 moves before. Please continue. I gotta correct you when you're wrong. Please continue.
Okay, fair enough. But then he gets back in the ring, immediately gets glory DDT'd, and that's not enough.
No, because he's the king of strong style.
And then he does the spot you're talking about, the single leg Boston Crab, and he's punching the hell out of him. Oh, when he gets through it, and that's not enough.
Because it's Shinsuke Nakamura. Do you not understand that they are going to push Shinsuke to the fucking moon? He's the NXT champion. He is a 2-time NXT champion. He had cage matches with Samoa Joe. He had, was it a last man standing match or some shit? They had gimmick matches together all over the fucking world. Samoa Joe, toughest man on the fucking roster to a lot of people's opinions. Shinsuke defeated him. Shinsuke needs to be damn near impossible to beat. That is the mystique of Shinsuke. And if they were going to just have a clean victory, they wouldn't have something to build for to the future. This is long-term, conductive, smart fucking booking at its finest. I don't see the argument. I just don't. Hold on. We got a donation. JB donated $1.69. I smelled tightrope. I don't know what that means. But hey, all right. Thank you for your $1.69.
He's probably saying top rope, meaning you're going to throw me.
I might throw you. That's possible.
That's probably what that meant.
I give you credit for calling in because I beat your fucking head in and you still called in. And you know what? I respect that.
Any man with 2 hands. But no.
Christ. Yeah, and then you ruin it by quoting James fucking Ellsworth.
I don't like James Ellsworth.
But you're just quoting him. Now I'm taking Lucille. Lucille's coming off the fucking wall now. and this is coming in your ass. You're getting some Lucille action now. This is what you're fucking getting. You're gonna get some Lucille now.
Can I talk about my other issue with the night?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I mean, look, the show to me wasn't bad. It just wasn't NXT TakeOver quality good. I don't
get that. I really don't.
It felt like a setup pay-per-view. It felt like an in-betweener. It felt like Fastlane to me.
No.
It felt like between two big pay-per-views, you put this.
This sounds like a guy who's not watching NXT currently. That's the only way that
I am watching NXT currently.
I don't see it because the build that they had, considering the people that are left and the people that they're pushing currently, this was about as good as it possibly could have been. Look, they knew they weren't going to get all the fucking technical, goddamn high-flying wrestling that we've seen in the past with Finn Balor and Seth Rollins and all of that. So what they did was they took a very smart booking standpoint and took each match and decided, what can we do to get the most out of each one of these matches? I think they accomplished that in spades. I think that they went in unpredictable ways, this is why I hate you, Smarks.
But it wasn't unpredictable. It was predictable as hell.
Wait a second. Where were you? Where's your prediction show?
Was predictable.
Where's your prediction show? Where's your prediction show? Do you have a prediction show? Did you make a prediction show? Yeah.
No.
You know why? Because I guarantee you didn't predict this. I guarantee you.
It was all predictable.
Get the fuck out. Get the fuck
You knew Rude was going to win. You knew Asuka was going to win because it must be in her contract that she can't lose.
No, Asuka's an undefeated champion and she's fucking money. She's a rock star and she's going to have a great WrestleMania fucking moment. That's why she didn't fucking lose. Jesus.
I mean, it just feels like when people come over from New Japan, they're signing contracts. Oh, well, if we lose, we have to look strong in the end.
Because they're fucking some of the top talent in the fucking world. The two people that they've done this to are two of the top people on the planet, regardless of fucking gender. I don't understand.
But yet AJ Styles looks weak as hell when he loses.
AJ Styles, are you talking about the same AJ Styles that is currently the fucking world champion? You're talking about the same AJ Styles who fucking has had a fantastic first year. You're talking about the AJ Styles who was unanimously the #1 wrestler by almost every publication in wrestling in 2016. You're actually throwing a knock at AJ fucking Styles?
It's not a knock. Hear me out.
You just called him weak. I don't know what happened. Now, I think, you know what? I think the wrestling god saved you. The wrestling god saved you because nobody can hear you anymore. I'm going to bring in Guncannon. I don't know if Nick is coming back or not. I have no idea. Guncannon, make some fucking sense of it. Please tell me you're listening to this shit.
I am listening to Nick kind of drone on. I mean, his voice, I don't know, the words come out and all I hear is narcissistic grr and narcissistic grr and you know,
he's a smark. He's just a smark. Yeah, I take pity on the smarks. Yes, smarky smark.
And I know you've got an opinion and that's fantastic, but this is a phrase I use a lot. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. Some of them smell real bad, and we tell people to fucking close them up.
Absolutely. Here's the thing. Anybody who wants to criticize me for going back at fans who criticize me or have an opinion, I want you to understand this. This is very important to me. This is called Dead on Dave Productions. So guess whose opinion matters most to Dead on Dave? Fucking mine. Mine does. Mine does. I pinch my nipples to my own fucking opinions. I love my opinions. And guess what I love to do? I love to argue. I love when people come in with rational fucking debates. I love that. Guess what? That wasn't it. I'm going to shake my rabbit ears at you, sir. Oh my God, I'm tired.
Oh, and Nick's back in the chat.
Oh God. He says, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, Gun. As well, he says Ellsworth beat him 3 times. Yes, he did. And guess what else happened? What happened with those 3 victories that ended up amounting to nothing because they were fucking helped victories? What ended up happening at the end of it? AJ Styles gave him a fucking Styles clash off of a fucking steps. It was sick. He destroyed him. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking Lucille myself. I can't do it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hang on, Dave. I'm gonna put something in the chat for Nick because I listened to the whole thing and I listened to him just kind of get beat up. So Nick, I'm gonna hand you something, and you may not have gotten this before, but I'm gonna give it to you now. It's called an L, and I want you to read that whole thing. Just read it to yourself over and over and over again, and use that as your mantra to go to sleep at night. So when you wake up in the morning, you'll realize that L's never gonna go away.
It's your scarlet letter, buddy. It's your scarlet letter. Wear it. Wear the L. It's okay. We all take L's. Dave takes them. I take L's all the time. I'm certainly not right all the time. I'm awful at what I do. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't claim to be an insider. I don't claim to be a smark. I claim to be a guy who's passionate about fucking wrestling. Love my opinions, and I love talking to you sons of bitches about it. But I'll tell you, when you start going, I'm never going to call in again. Can you believe that, Alicia? Can you believe somebody act like a fucking 10-year-old girl, and because they didn't like what I said, they said, I'm never going to call in again. Why don't you come over there and give him a bitch slap? Come over here and just give him a little punch in the face. Tell him to man up, Sally. Say, man up, Sally. Man up, Sally. That's fucking right. That's an 11-year-old girl telling you to man up, Sally. Holy shit. My God. Nick Aswell, oh, what a brilliant fucking observation. AJ looks weak when he loses. What's the operative word in that statement? Loses. It's hard sometimes to not look fucking weak when you lose because you lose. You know who else looks weak when they lose? You, with this giant fucking L that you've taken tonight. I have dumped on your chest. Enjoy it. Rub it in. Rub it in. Gun, you got anything else?
No, I feel better now.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
You too.
I'm having fun tonight. I don't give a shit. People might say I'm mean. I don't give a fuck, man. We're having fun. We're going back and forth, and we're having some good shit. If you don't agree with me, you don't have to agree with me. I don't think I'm right. All I do is I'm happy with my own opinions, and I'm happy with calling you an asshole. No problems with it at all. Oh boy. Okay. Let's bring in Sleeping Angels. We're going to go back to Discord. Sleeping Angels, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave?
What up? How you got? What's up, man?
I think that the NXT was very good, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are whining and bitching about it.
Because smarks are never happy. Smarks are never happy. And it's no wonder why WWE doesn't give a fuck about the smarks anymore. Because they're never happy.
Exactly.
They're a small little fucking demographic that are never happy. All they want to do is fucking complain.
Yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode, very excellent. I love the way they told the story, you know?
Yeah, it was great storytelling tonight. Love it.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for taking my call, buddy.
Oh, that's all you got? Okay, man. Thanks for your patience. I appreciate that. You have yourself a really good night.
You too, buddy.
Take it easy. Good stuff. That was good. I like that shit. Nick, I was not saying AJ is weak, but when he loses, he looks weak. Well, he's still champion. And he's beaten John Cena twice. He's probably gonna end up beating him again on fucking Raw. Oh my God, it's such a weak. You want to talk weak? That's weak. Oh my God. Oh God. Speaking of another pain in my fucking ass, why did I click on this? 347. It's either Isaiah Ross or fucking Joe Martin. Either way, it's just my night got worse. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Just to think that Dave used to confuse me with Joe Martin. Now you're actually getting it right. What's up, Dave?
Well, I'm starting to figure it out. I think I've figured out the prefixes here. I know it's one of you two pains in my asses. What's up, Isaiah?
Why have you been burying me this entire night? What the fuck have I done?
Because you troll me, motherfucker. You come into my chats and you troll me.
Troll.
You know what? And I didn't even yell at you for going into the first Andre Corbeil show and fucking shit talking me there. I didn't even bury you for that, and I very well could have. Yeah, I know it was you little shit. That's okay. It's okay, you little shithead. You fucking come in and you troll me all the fucking time. You troll me all the time. Then you call in here and you want to be my friend. Now you want to be my friend.
I just disagree with you. Dave, I love you. You know that. Yes. I just disagree with you on certain things. That's it. I don't
every
troll.
Phone call, I end up bringing you back to my point of view. Almost every time. Almost every time.
Well, that speaks more to your talents, then. Okay, Dave. Look at that.
And now you're sucking me again. Oh my God. Anyway, it's okay. I love you, Isaiah. I would just want to punch you in the face. That's all. What do you got?
And then, anyway, NXT tonight. Well, actually, I think it was last night. It was. I thought it was. I had low expectations going in, but it was pretty solid. I thought the wrestling was good. I thought the right people won. It's good to see. The Authors of Pain. I know they get a lot of criticism, right? I like them. I'm glad that the titles on them.
They were great tonight. I thought they were really good tonight.
I'm so glad that the titles are finally on these dominant looking beast monster guys. I don't think we've seen anybody. Everybody who's had that title has been some vanilla midget, but we finally got some monster looking.
Did you just Kevin Nash this thing? Did you really do that? Fucking DIY is awesome, bro. Come on, man.
No, they are. I'm not going to say they're not. It's just, it's good that we have a different take on who the champions are now. And the last match, the NXT title match, I didn't like the finish. I just because they did Bobby Roode's finisher twice. I'm not a big fan of that. I usually like it. Like I always preface Undertaker versus Kurt Angle at No Way Out 2006, where you saw Kurt Angle kept trying to lock in the ankle lock and Undertaker kept getting out of it. I thought that's how pretty much every match goes, where you're working towards a finisher, and then you finally hit the finisher at the end, or you don't, and the person reverses it and ends the match. That's how I thought matches should go. I do not like when guys continue to hit their finishes at the end. It depends on
who's in there, man. Look, Undertaker's kicked out of fucking F5s. He's kicked out of fucking Stone Cold Stunners. He's kicked out of Rock Bottoms. The reality is, when you're a top guy, and Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode are both top guys, when you're that and you're in the main event, it's okay to kick out of a fucking out of a finisher. Let me ask you this: did you like Kenny Omega and Okada?
Yeah, I did. I'm not gonna lie. I liked it.
Then your argument is null and void. How many fucking Rainmakers were kicked out of in that fucking match? How many finishers were not protected in that match? And
I like the match. I didn't agree with that.
A 6. People were Dave Meltzer's dumbass actually called that a 6-star match. What the fuck? Jim Cornette, who I don't agree with all the time, was right about this. That was a decent match. It was a good match. It was okay. I've changed my mind on it after I watched it a second time. It was okay. It was good. I don't know how legendary it was. It was a 20-minute match that they made 45 minutes. There was so much fucking overselling rest holds in that match. I mean, go back and watch it again. Just go back and watch it again. It will infuriate you when you watch it again with a little bit of context. But as far as the protection,
I like the match. I agree with your criticism. It was definitely a 6-star match by any means. I enjoyed it for sure. It definitely had its certain parts that didn't really make sense. There wasn't any logical too much logical selling in the match. but it was definitely I thought it was an okay match. But I just when wrestlers do that, we see that so much, especially in WWE, where you see guys hit 3, 4, 5 finishers and the last finisher ends matches. It's like, it's lazy. It's lazy booking. Like, why do you have to do that?
I don't know if it's lazy booking. Tonight was. I think that is not something you can call tonight's booking. I don't think lazy is the right word. I really don't. I can understand criticizing some of the booking, especially with the ending, because if you don't want Shinsuke to lose and you don't want him to lose in that fashion, I can understand the criticism. But lazy, I think they went fairly high concept with it tonight. They went with a really nice worked fucking injury angle. They had some finishers get hit. Fucking Bobby Roode knocked on fucking Conjures, comes back, hits 2 finishers. The punching on the goddamn knee, I still love. It's one of my favorite fucking things I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, man. I was with it. I didn't think there was anything lazy about it.
And I'm worried about Eric Young, Ty Dillinger, and Roddy Strong. Those guys. I mean, specifically Eric Young and Ty Dillinger. They're old, and I don't think a lot of the fans in the main roster are going to get it, especially with Ty Dillinger's his 10 gimmick. If I remember correctly, he was a heel when he started with that gimmick, and that's what got it over. Yeah. But he's going to be going to the main roster as a babyface.
Yeah.
And when you have a bunch of people who've never seen him before, seeing this guy who's saying he's the perfect 10, it's like I think that's going to make a lot of the casual viewers want to boo the guy.
I don't think so. He's already over. You're hearing the 10 on main shows. I mean, and you watch tomorrow night's Royal Rumble. Every single countdown is going to be 10, 10, 10, 10. No, I think he is over. I don't know what his ceiling is at this point, and I think people will tire of him, but he's going to sell a fuck ton of merch. He's going to sell a fuck ton of merch. And that's all I really care about. I do think so. And tomorrow night he'll show up at number 10 in the Rumble and everything. He's going to have a great moment. His time in NXT is done. It was useful. It reestablished his value, and sometimes that's all you can ask for.
And EY, I think he's never going to be like a main eventer.
No,
he
never was.
There's no chance at this point.
Look, he got poorly pushed in TNA as a response to Daniel Bryan. It's the only reason why Eric Young was even pushed in the fucking first place, is that they wanted.
No, wait. When he was in Elite and he was in Team Canada, he was decent.
He was okay, but I mean, like, he wasn't anything. He was
Super Eric, come on, tell me you don't want to see Super Eric again.
No, I don't. I don't want to see Eric coming back with the fucking signs and shit. No, I don't. I don't want to see that stuff. I really don't. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. I didn't like his run in TNA. I didn't like his push. I didn't like any of it. I do like Eric Young, though, and I love what he's doing with Sanity. He's gotten the best faction in NXT since the Wyatt family, and that's, you know, one of the only factions, but still, I like what they're doing. I think that there is some potential there, but they got to start getting those other guys over. Because Eric Young, like you're saying, and I agree with this, he's only got so much of a life on the main roster.
Yeah, absolutely. He has a ceiling, and it's a lot lower than people may want to believe. And you were talking about them doing back and forth between Shinsuke and Rude, since Rude won the title tonight. Them going back and forth and exchanging title.
No, not exchanging titles. No, I think he's not going to take it off of him until fucking WrestleMania.
No, that's probably when the next takeover is going to happen. Yeah. And I think that you made a point that how they don't have a lot of other people, a lot of other faces to feud with. I don't think there's really any looking down the board. And so I'm thinking
maybe Roderick Strong. It's too early.
Roderick
Strong, Bobby
Roddy
Roode
isn't ready
for WrestleMania. No,
Roddy isn't ready. That's not ready. He's not ready. He's not on Rude's level. He's not on Shinsuke's level. He's not on Finn's level. Sammy's level. He's not on any of those guys' levels.
Look, I wanted to see Shinsuke tomorrow night in the Rumble. I still want to see it, but not now, obviously, because of what happened tonight. But I think they made the right decision. It's going to make sense. It's going to be awesome for WrestleMania. It's going to be a great moment. Can't wait for it.
But what if the NXT title takes a back seat to Asuka in the women's title while they build up the single men's division? Because I look at both of those divisions, and I think they probably have a lot more talent in the NXT men's division as far as guys, but none of those guys can go with Rude or Shinsuke the way some of the women can go with Asuka, because nobody's gonna look at Billie Kay or Peyton Royce as material, but everybody's gonna want to see Asuka beat them.
Well, here's the thing with that. The problem with taking a back seat is there's only one person that anybody's expecting to take on Asuka now, and that's Ember Moon. The situation with the men's division is, this is part of the reason why they went and got Tommy End. This is part of the reason why they went and brought back Chris Hero. They're bringing in guys with that type of ability that can be quick fucking risers within NXT. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but they do got some guys who can rise to that prominence, and we'll see what happens with it. As far as the women, unfortunately, it's not enough there. Ember Moon and Asuka is going to be interesting, but I have a feeling that is going to be a train wreck of a match. Their styles, they're both so reckless. I love them both.
Oh, yeah.
But damn, Ember has gotten a lot better. She was really bad on the indies as far as like how out of control she was, but she's gotten a lot better. But Asuka her style I just don't see that working very well. It's going to be interesting to see what they do.
I hope so. I think you can. I remember around this summer saying, okay, I think we all knew once Ember Moon debuted that it was going to be her and Asuka at WrestleMania weekend that Saturday. I think we took the days to that because there was nobody else on the roster. Yeah. But I mean, what do you think is going to happen after that? Because I could see a rematch happening in like June-ish, or even if they want to push it further, SummerSlam weekend. But what happens after that if Asuka and Ember Moon has the title? Who do you think they feud with for the next 6 months to a year?
Asuka loses the title at WrestleMania to Ember Moon, and that is it for Asuka. Asuka comes right up to the main roster. She does not need to be in NXT anymore. I think at this point, Asuka's dominance in NXT with that net women division is actually hurting the women. So you get Asuka out of there at WrestleMania. You let Ember Moon run with these girls that are left, and there are some very, very, very Ember Moon, Nikki Cross. That's writes itself. I think it works really well. Two very mysterious type characters. Could be a lot of fun to see. I think Billie Kay and Peyton Royce will eventually feud with each other. I think that makes a lot of sense as well. I do like what they're doing. I love who I used to hate, Liv Tyler. She's really starting to get, Liv Morgan, excuse me. She's starting to really get going. I like her improvement. There's a few others that are coming in too. There is some talent that on the way, and I do think that roster can build, but it needs to be without Asuka.
I agree. Yeah. I'm going to get out of here, give you my rating, and get out of here.
Yeah, what's your rating, bud?
I thought tonight was a 6. No, it was a 7. I'll give it a 7, actually.
All right, fair enough.
I'll give it a 7.
Fair enough.
Did you know you ruined my opportunity to get a date with Mystic?
Oh, you never had a chance. She's fine as fuck. You never had a chance with that anyway. You wouldn't
know what to do with that. She was gonna go out with me until she saw that she hated me. She was gonna go out with me. And you fucking ruined it. I don't know why.
Well, all I can say is don't be a cunt. I mean, that's it. Don't act like a cunt. And you know what? Maybe you could have gotten some of that wonderfulness of the Mystic, because you wouldn't know what to do with that. Come on, man. I saved you from embarrassment, son. And besides, I wouldn't want you to sully my beautiful Mystic. I'm gonna keep you away from my beautiful Mystic. I'm gonna protect her like the.
Oh, I dirty her up.
No,
you wouldn't want me around Mystic. You're right. I would dirty her up.
You be respectful. You heathen. Get out of here, buddy. Take it easy.
All right, man. Speak to you later.
You be respectful towards Mystic, you son of a bitch. I hope you guys had a fun night tonight. I've had a lot of fun. I hope most people, I don't like being mean to folks. I like to have fun. I like to talk shit. But I hope people do not think that I am some sort of insufferable cunt. This is all a lot of fun. We're all fans. That's what we are. We're all fans. We're all just wishing we could be where these people are. And it's fun to talk about. And I hope you guys are into that spirit. And I hope that you guys get what we do here on Dead on Day Productions. And the truth is, I love you guys. You guys are incredible. I love what you guys do in the chat. When you call in, you talk shit. I fucking love it. Can't do this without you guys. And so that's all I got. So thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Day Productions. I hope you had a fun time tonight. I had a blast. Tomorrow night, Royal Rumble. I'll be live once again. More than likely, I'm going to start going live during the Rumble. Expect that to happen. I'm going to go live during the Royal Rumble. And then I'm going to be very careful in not to call the match, because I'm not rebroadcasting shit, but I'm going to react. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that as well. And we will see you a little bit later right here on Dead on Day Productions. Make sure you're checking out everybody within the community. Andre Corbeil. If you're not listening to Andre Corbeil, go check him out. Andre Corbeil is the best wrestling journalist in the game right now, this side of Bill Apter. He has got a fantastic channel. You can find it in my description box and on the feature channels list. Andre Corbeil, go check him out on the YouTubes. He's incredible. Him and I do a show, the Andre Corbeil Show, on Vince Russo's YouTube channel, Vince Russo on YouTube, and Vince Russo's website, The Brand. So make sure you're checking that out as well. Also, Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah, does my music. He did Morning Light for me, which is the official theme song of Dead on Dave Productions. And it is complemented quite wonderfully by an intro, which I'm going to use for an outro in just a moment, by Guncannon over at Iron Knight Graphics. Make sure you check them out as well. Amazingly great work. Real Talk to Metaphor Messiah as well over on SoundCloud and on YouTube. Go check out all these guys. Keep digging within the community. Find your gems, find your people, and ride with them. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Day Productions. Hit the like button on the way out. Like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Keep it copious, and peace.
Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies.